Hello everyone and welcome back. So I have an iPad here that was sent to me because supposedly it's not charging. They replaced the battery and I believe they also checked the charging port, and it doesn't seem to be taking any charge. It does turn on, but you can see it is taking charge. Let's see. Let's flip the cable. It takes charge. So that's PD charge. It does seem to drop on voltage. I'm sorry, on amperage. But okay, let's see. So that's with the PD charger. Let's see with a regular USB. What does it do? So there it is. So with a I'm guessing they're connecting this with a regular USB. And not a PD charger. So yeah, no voltage whatsoever. Okay, let me see if iTunes detects this. Nope, iTunes does not seem to detect this. So I'm guessing this is probably not the charging IC, but more of the other IC, the power delivery IC, the CD3217B13. Yeah, I think that's the one that's causing this, because that one handles the USB CPD negotiations and the data lines, which is what seems to be not happening here. Data is not being detected. So there's no handshake between the computer. So I'll go for that first and see if that may be the problem. So they already tried it out, they opened it up, so I'm just gonna disconnect all the screen and LCD, the digitizer, so I can comfortably work. As you can see, they also tried replacing the battery. This has a brand new battery. These are one of my favorite screwdrivers, but it seems like it loses the magnetism easy. Okay, so we have the LCD is gone, removed. Gonna work on a digitizer here. And the microphone camera flex cable as well. To loosen it up here with a little alcohol. Okay. Let's remove this battery. Hopefully it's not glued on already. And yes, it is. All right. I'm going to warm it up a little. See if it gets loose. Just give me a few. Just pause it here real quick, so just a little while that heating pad gets warm enough where I can remove the battery. Okay, so it should be a little warm now. Do you think they'll remove this blue paper? Okay, put this on the side. And let's work on that. Now, I don't really think you need to remove the whole shield for this. This is you could just cut right around this section where that IC is going to be. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the IC is right around here. So we're gonna I want to say cut around here so we can give it enough room to to be able to extract it. Actually, let me give myself more room. I think it's around here somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's around there. All right. Hopefully I'll get it right. And let's get to cutting. Pull this. Oh, I missed it. Oh well. Can't be right all the time. Higher it is. Yeah, let's go higher. Okay, let me blow that out. Okay, so yeah, I don't want to say I was a little off, but I was definitely a lot off. So I'm guessing furthermore, well, next time could reference myself, and could have been around here, so right around this section here. Okay, well, it is what it is, right? So okay, so we have if you guys can see that, the microphone's kind of dark. Okay, we have a CD3217B13. Make sure it's a B13 because there's a B12 out there. That one doesn't work. That's not the compatible one. Maybe I'll leave it under this lighting. Yeah, you think? Microscope. Looks a little dark, right? All right, let's work with this light. Okay, so we get a little bit of flux. So I'm gonna try to pull off this chip at about 380C with a 70 airflow. And let's see. Yeah, I guess I can use these tweezers. Alright. I have a couple of tweezers. Sometimes I feel more comfortable using certain ones, but I believe these will be alright. Let's see. Let's heat that a little. Okay. Let's remember the orientation. Okay, this is pin 1 goes here. And let's clean that up. Okay. The problem with using cotton balls is just use hair everywhere. All right, so let me get the B13 chip. Okay. Beautiful set of balls. That's what she said. Let's add smidge of flux. And if you remember, we had pin 1 here, so that's where it's gonna go. Actually, let me heat this a little. Yes, I do have shaky hands. It's weird because some days I'm okay, some days I'm not. But I still manage. So don't get discouraged if you have shaky hands. You can still do this job. Just needs a little more patience. Stop it. All right. Let me get the other tweezer. Yeah, I feel more comfortable with this one. Okay. Whoops. Let's try that again. You gotta be like a sniper. Let all your air out so your hands don't shake. All right, let's see. Hopefully it should fall into place. Add a little more flux. Little airflow. A little more airflow. Let's see. See if I can nudge it. still hasn't settled. There it is. Little nudge. I guess I left it perfectly on top of the pads that it didn't have to kind of slide in and settle. So I needed to nudge it a little. Let me go blow some air on this. Okay. The air compressor is not near my desk, so can't really show you guys whenever I blast this thing with air. All right, so let's test this. And see if it's being able to be detected again. I don't think I'll be connecting the digitizer right now, since I just want to see if this thing will communicate with iTunes and charge with a regular USB. Oh, come on. For crying out loud. Okay. All right, and the moment of truth. Okay, so let's see if it still charges through the PD connector. Okay. Let me see the USB connector. It's doing something weird. It still doesn't charge through the USB connector. But to make things worse, it doesn't seem like it wants to charge through the PD connector. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Wait a second. I wonder if I got a faulty B13. Let me check some readings. What's going on with my multimeter here? Okay. Let's check some lines here. See if anything is shorted. Something doesn't seem right. I have a feeling this could be a faulty chip. I have one more. Okay. Let's see. All right. Let's remove this. I think that's about right. Let me get a new piece because I think that piece is doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, that's better. And yeah, let's get another chip.
Ayer que fui al baño en la noche, no,
Give me a second here. Got a phone call. All right. Let's try this again. And yes, there's been cases when these are not really good. Become defective. So it's a little rare. That would probably be my second one that I ever received. So it doesn't happen often, but it does. All right. Let's see how this one goes. All right, now let's try that again. What is this thing? Is this a hair? Nope, that's a scratch. Okay. Well, I didn't do it. Okay. Let's check that charging port. Charging port is fine. Huh. That's very weird. Could the charging IC have also been affected? This is so weird. Let me check something. Because that battery's not looking so good. Oh, same thing. Same thing. I kind of suspected the battery because the way it was brought in had these force take out and this tape here. So I figured maybe they put in a damaged battery, but doesn't seem that way. I mean, the only thing I can think of is the charging IC, but unless both chips went out. Alright, let's see. I don't know. I was originally getting 15 volts. So I have another batch from a different supplier. Of the B13. And I wanna, I don't, I just, anything related to the charging IC, because it's not communicating with the PC. Alright, well, you know what they say, right? Third time's the charm. Let's see. Don't want to give up. It's not making any sense for me right now. All right. Let's make some adjustments here. Got my temperature at 450 and my airflow at 60. And right. Let's try that again. So this would be a new one, okay, from a different batch. Seriously. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna hold it. I did this sniper trick. Hold my breath. I think it's around here. Okay, it's definitely shifting. Give it a little nudge. Yep, there it is. All right. Let's see what happens this time. Let's cool it down real quick. All right, now let's see what happens this time. I'm not gonna screw it down this time because I don't want to get my hopes up. But let's see. And there it is. Look at that. Wow. I knew there was something fishy. Because, like I said, if it's not being detected by iTunes and it doesn't get detected by regular USB, then that's the B13, because that's where all the communication is handled. Let me try the regular USB. There it is. USB now works. And I'm guessing with that, iTunes will also work. Let's see. Let me get that cable here. And there it is. Detection. So the myth is true, huh? Third time's a charm. All right, so now to figure out, where did I get these B13s from that I will definitely make sure I don't order again. Let's see, these two packages are from Phone LCD. Okay, so Phone LCD parts. I'm in New York, so I use them regularly, and I have not have any issues with their tools or their screens or anything for that matter. But for ICs in general, I've always used Mobile Centrics, but I wanted to try out to see if Phone LCD would be capable of having good ICs. Now, this might be just a bad batch from Phone LCD. I hope it is, but at this point, I really don't think I want to be able to. Don't want to use them when it comes to ICs. So I got the one that works is from Mobile Centrics, and I believe I wanted to use Phone LCD because not only because it's next day service for me, since like I mentioned before, I'm in New York, but also because if I'm not mistaken, that B13 I think is a little cheaper. Let me just double check. Let's see, board components, iPad, 10th gen. Okay, yeah, so the B13, can I show you guys? Just give me a second. Let me see if I have a desktop view of what I'm looking at here. I don't think I ever set up a desktop view as one of my scenes. No, I've never set up a desktop view. All right. Well, I guess you could take my word for it. I'll set that up later. So on Mobile Centrics, this chip is $8.52 versus Phone LCD. This chip is $7.99. So you're saving like, I don't know, 51 cents. I mean, 51 cents is 51 cents, you know, that's half a dollar. So, you know, I could always order two more and save a little when I order them in batch. Like I usually order like 10 of them at a time, so I can save a couple of dollars by using Phone LCD. And but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to continue using Mobile Centrics. Now don't get me wrong, Mobile Centrics is good. It's just that it's their delivery is just, it's not convenient for me. You know, it's, even though you order next day, you know, it'll still probably take like 2 or 3 days. For some reason, the mailing service, whether it's UPS or FedEx, always has an excuse as to why the package didn't come in the next day. It's either weather, it's either here, so I can't really, you know, fault Mobile Centrics for that, I think. I mean, I know they had a huge issue with shipping, but yeah, I mean, that's the reason why I don't order from them. It just takes longer. But I guess I'll be just getting these chips from them ahead of time. Like right now, I'm definitely gonna have to end up ordering 10 of these just to have, because I think that was my last 3 that I had. My last one was the Mobile Centrics one, and then when I noticed that I had one left, I ordered from Phone LCD. and I've been using those, and it's a hit or miss. But anyway, yeah, third time's the charm, and there we are. iPad is working, and I guess I'll wrap this up and give it back to the shop that sent this. Again, thanks for watching, and hope you learned something, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.